Uh, Hi. You kind of missed it. I just finished doing the whole episode. It was pretty cool. I mean, I had like another guy, and he was like a god, and he made me play a game, and then I kind of like fought him, and I beat him into the ground, and I met some secret agent, and she was really hot. I mean, really hot. Like, she had like these big like ponytail things, and she had like this really nice dress that fit her really well. But anyways, we went into like this octopus, and he just wrapped his head around mine, and he started pecking me with this weird beak thing that octopuses have. They cut our fingers off, and I was like, that's not cool, man. So we ended up like burning all the books in the library, and then afterwards we went to like a bar for drinks, and yeah, I mean it was one hell of an episode. Yeah. But I mean, you don't have to go. I mean, I could do another game for you. Yeah, take a seat. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Today we're talking about Reus, but let me pull back the curtain for just a second here. Originally, this video was going to be about Goddess, the god game that Peter Molyneux helped make at his new studio 22 Cans. Then I figured, hey, I've got two god games here, so maybe I can do a compare and contrast kind of thing about them and talk about the ups and downs. But when I tried capturing footage for Goddess, or even getting it to run, it crashed multiple times. So here it is, Reus. A god game simulator made by Abbey Games in which you are in control of 4 titans that can shape the planet to your will. That's right, we're in control of titans! Oh, giants, not titans? What, I'm not allowed to say titan? Who owns the American copyrighted titan? Disney? The only thing you have no control over is humanity itself, who will build and grow over time with your help. They'll build villages around resources you created on your planet's surface, construct special buildings to gain bonuses, go to war with other villages, even attack your giants.
So, let's go? I don't know how to open this episode. I've tried it like 5,000 times and I don't like it. I can't get it right. Jerry, what are you doing? You're supposed to cut!
This being a simulation game, the controls and tools at your disposal can get up there in numbers, so I'm gonna break it down for you as simple as I possibly can to avoid eating up too much time. Alright, so here's the skinny. As a planet, you need to create a habitable functioning surface that can sustain life without requiring your immediate attention. And you've got the Mario brothers to help you out. There's Marino, Luigi, that fat guy, and the other schmuck that reminds me of one of them Dokapans. Each one of these yoo-hoos has got different powers they bring to the table. For example, Red Lobster over here can make you wetter than Frisky Steve on a Thursday night and pops out more animals than my sister Loretta. Goo Goo Gaga's got more swamp ass and Herbalife coming out of his ears than most of these fitness freaks, and let me tell you, it don't look like it's working. Monkey Face is a tree-hugging hippie with a green thumb, and The Rock's got racks. Yeah, way to flesh out your portfolio, Goldilocks. You notice something not right in my analysis? Yeah, I ain't got a sister Loretta. Oh! You can also make your giants stronger when villagers complete their special building projects. As a way of thanking you, the villagers will provide an ambassador to one giant of your choosing, which unlocks a giant's additional abilities and strengthens their existing ones. Different kinds of villages provide different ambassadors, and every giant has unique abilities that are affected differently depending on what kind of ambassador they're given. All of this stuff is explained in what is a very quick, if a little wordy set of tutorial levels that highlight every part of the game nicely, and then lets you cut straight to a new game. Well, time to futz around with all my godly powers until things happen. Since I can't just poof villages into existence, I have to persuade nomads to settle on my planet by creating some habitable terrain. The first thing I want to do is set up a nice little forest, since forest villages seem like the easiest ones to start with. And sure enough, a village gets settled in a matter of seconds. Just as they decide on something to build, another nomad is looking for a place to settle, which means I should put down resources and stuff somewhere away from the first village, or the new village will settle too close to it and steal resources away from them. A little desert over here with a big old mountain in the center, and bingo bango, desert village-o. I should just round out my repertoire of villages and make a swamp for posterity's sake. And why not? Let's throw in a big ol' ocean and put some fish in there. Oh, and sharks! Unfortunately, for some reason, I can't create sharks just yet, so I'll have to make do with these mackerel. And by make do, I mean consider totally unacceptable. But soon, sharks. Oh crap, while I was making my big ocean, one of my villages failed a building production. Well, maybe I'll get another chance in, what's going on? End of an era. What is this, wrestling? What's going on? Developments? Who? What? Why? As it turns out, the game isn't one continuous sprawl of villages rising and falling, with you as the all-powerful deity capable of changing their fates. Each game you play is as long as an era, starting from 30 minutes and eventually becoming as long as 2 hours. At the end of an era, the points are tallied and you earn special developments which unlock new kinds of resources like more animals and plants that you can place on the planet. After getting a certain number of these special developments, you unlock access to longer eras which you'll need to complete the much bigger special developments, and let's not pretend what's going on here. These are achievements. You can call them whatever you want and you can put any justification behind them, but they're still achievements and you're locking a lot of content behind them. Now before you get up on your keyboards and tell me how much of a ridiculous stupid idiot I am, let me explain. Afterwards, feel free to run me over with a vehicle of your choosing. I suggest the semi-truck. Not only am I being restricted from playing on my planet for as long as I want, but the better resources are locked away from me until I finish the particular achievement that unlocks that particular resource, and achievements only count as being unlocked if I end an era meeting those criteria. And if you're interested in getting a particular resource unlocked, then good luck figuring out which achievement unlocks which resource, because the game doesn't tell you what achievements unlock which resources. With these restrictions and how long your session lasts, you can only get 1 to 3 achievements every era. But none of this matters because you shouldn't be trying to get these achievements. It's a simulation game. The challenge is reaching your own self-made goal, not where the game tells you to take it. I can make giant lizards attack skyscrapers and go to fucking space with 0 achievements in other video games. But in Reus, I can't put sharks in my ocean until I finish an era with a village of 1,000 prosperity and at least 8 ocean patches within its borders. Fuck you! I want sharks now!
You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with... can you remind me what I pay you people for? Honestly, throw me a bone here.
Maybe it's just me, but a god game shouldn't be mission-based. I'm a god. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I'm omnipotent, ruler of the world, lord of the cosmos, and owner of several Haagen-Dazs kiosks in the South Beach area. I don't want to complete achievements. I want to cast miracles, create natural disasters, punish mortals who dare to defy me. And I'm not leaving until I get my sharks. Alright, round 2, Electric Zaboomafoo. Shit, wait, let me start over. Ah crap, too many oceans, hold on. There we go, now that's a fishing village. Yep, nothing wrong with it. Perfectly normal ground fish. Now all we have to do is keep this village happy and wait. Well, this is boring. With just one village up and doing stuff, nothing happens often enough to make this fun. I guess I do need the other kinds of ambassadors anyway, so let's make a desert village. Now we've got projects being finished in both villages, my fishing village is getting bigger, and everyone looks happy. Maybe a little too happy. Let's not focus too much on the negative, as this is actually a decently made game. Putting down resources and learning how to indirectly manipulate villages and their success becomes a fairly enjoyable experience, and there are a couple of interesting mechanics at play here. Each resource has a symbiotic bonus that becomes active when certain conditions for it are met. For instance, placing chickens next to a blueberry bush grants extra points in food because of well-fed livestock. You'll also notice that resources are different depending on what kind of terrain they're placed on. Using the animal power on the forest makes a chicken, but animals on the ocean make mackerel, and from those starting points your giants can transmute those resources into other more advanced forms, like turning a coal mine into a gold mine. That's an unintentional pun. Aside from being a fun game mechanic that allows for experimentation and growth, this is actually a really clever representation of actual nature. This is how an ecosystem works. The plants, animals, and minerals all adapt to their environment and then mingle and survive off of each other. Everything is interdependent with everything else. What happens to one piece of the puzzle affects all the other pieces. I'm pretty sure that's from an episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy. There's even a stat that represents the beauty of nature, which when high enough prevents villages from becoming too greedy no matter how many resources available. The idea being that their respect for the planet prevents them from taking it for granted. All of these mechanics work together and create a need for the player to be careful on how they use their abilities and carefully create their world, and after a few hours I had a few resource pairings that I discovered on my own and quickly made my favorites. This sensation of exploration and experimentation to learn new things and see where they're applicable is exactly the kind of thing I want to feel when I play simulations. It's about the unknown. It's about the individuality and the enjoyment from creating... Oh, god damn it. I ran out of time. Sorry to bring it up again, but I want to make it clear how detrimental the time limits and locked away resources are to a game like this. You see, the biggest pull games like this have is that you can put your imagination to use and let your creativity shine through in the things you make. Create a barren planet with limited resources that causes human civilization to destroy itself. Blossom a paradise and then install one minor problem and watch as humanity solves it or perishes due to incompetence. Have a haphazard climate that can change at a moment's notice. Do all three. Or maybe all you really want to do is make a certain advancement along a certain resource line and populate your planet with that resource. Maybe you want to reach the end of a certain path. With those paths locked until you complete a certain set of objectives, this goal that you have set for yourself can't be met until you finish a goal set for you by someone else. These ideas struggle to come to life because you don't have enough time to realize them and you're left unsatisfied. And so now you're no longer exploring your creativity and ideas and instead are going through a bunch of pointless preliminary checklists that by the time you finish with, you're so bored of having to start over your planet for the 10th time that you don't even care about the sharks anymore. Or anything for that matter. As a matter of fact, why is this even called the God game? You're not a god, technically speaking you're a planet, but you're playing God for someone else in the hope that eventually you'll be able to do what you want. This game is just... I want to love you, Reus. I like you. I want to love you, but your addiction to crack cocaine is scaring the children. And that's the gist of what Reus was like for me. It really is a blast and it has a lot going for it, but every now and then my fun and my progression would get halted by these achievement checks. Really though, it's fun for a few hours, fine for a day or two, but if you're looking for something that's a little more long-term investment, you're probably better off going elsewhere. I mean, that's Reus. It's like a snack. But as always, that's all the time I've got for you guys today. My name's GC, always remember that you are amazing, and keep on playing positive. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go figure out how to make Goddess run so I can make fun of it. What's up guys, thank you for watching another episode of GC Positive, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos or your first time on my channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is GC, I like talking about video games and occasionally making people laugh. Sometimes it's more of one than the other, but if you made it to the end of this video, then I implore you, I beseech you to take a look at some of my other videos which you can click on right now on your screen, and you can go watch more embarrassing goodness. But before you do that, let me know you made it this far and click that like button, and if you want immediate updates whenever a new video goes up, all you have to do is subscribe. Once again, don't forget that you are amazing, and I'll catch you guys later.